The real wealth of Benjamin Netanyahu. Benjamin Netanyahu holds the record for the longest time in power in Israel. As leader of the Likud party, he is also one of the country's most controversial leaders. While he is the subject of an international arrest warrant for war crimes and crimes against humanity in Gaza, he also faces charges of corruption, fraud, and breach of trust in Israel. With his trial resumed since December 2024, one question resurfaces. Where does his fortune really come from? While the mystery remains unsolved, some estimates put it at $14.7 million, a figure that raises questions especially when you consider his salary of $21,032. While Netanyahu is one of Israel's highest-paid politicians, this is only a tiny fraction of his fortune. Over the course of his life, he is said to have invested his money in several high-value real estate properties. His main residence, a villa in Caesarea, a seaside resort popular with the Israeli elite. He also owns an apartment in the very chic Rehavia neighborhood of Jerusalem, as well as the family home he inherited with his brother Ido Netanyahu, also located in Jerusalem. In 2020, the news site Ynet News estimated the total value of his properties between $10.1 million and $11.6 million. But that's not all. Netanyahu is also said to have made financial investments abroad, mainly in the United States between 2017 and 2018, which generated around $127,000. Added to this are tens of thousands of dollars from his international lectures, particularly between 1999 and 2002. Keep in mind, the price for each speech was around $10,500. Up until now, there have been no illegal activities. However, in 2019, corruption allegations exposed the close connections between Netanyahu and several billionaires. Since the 1980s, he has surrounded himself with powerful patrons who have helped finance his lavish lifestyle. He and his wife Sarah are accused of accepting more than $260,000 worth of luxury gifts from billionaires, including expensive cigars, sumptuous jewelry, and cases of champagne in exchange for political favors, such as obtaining a US visa. Included among these magnanimous individuals are the prominent Hollywood producer Arnon Milchan, alongside the billionaire from Australia, James Packer, as well as the American real estate tycoon Spencer Partridge, who is reported to have provided funding for half of the Netanyahu family's residence and allegedly made an attempt to donate a substantial amount of $2.9 million before the Oversight Committee blocked the transfer, deeming it illegal. Even more troubling, one of these patrons is involved in major criminal cases. Arnaud Mimran, a French businessman, was sentenced to 10 years in prison for one of the biggest frauds in history, involving carbon taxes, to 13 years in prison for kidnapping a Swiss banker, and will soon be tried for murder and complicity in murder. Not exactly the ideal friend for a head of state. In addition to this dubious private funding, Netanyahu is accused of misusing public funds to maintain his luxurious lifestyle. In 2015, a report by the Israeli Comptroller General revealed that between 2009 and 2013, thousands of shekels, the Israeli currency, from citizens' taxes were diverted to cover the household expenses of his private properties, electricity, and exorbitant bills for his residences, gourmet meal deliveries, and even hairdressing and makeup services for his wife Sarah. But it doesn't stop there, as in 2023, a new report blew the scandal wide open. The maintenance of his private and official residences is said to have cost the Israeli state 2 million shekels, or $550,000 in a single year. Already under fire for the war in Gaza, this lifestyle at the taxpayers' expense is causing widespread discontent. With a trial underway and an international arrest warrant, Netanyahu is taking a big risk, but despite the accusations, he remains in control of the country and denounces a witch hunt orchestrated by his opponents.